Hey, I'm Mesa. Okay. Chronically online. I'm chronically online. I'm sure that if you are watching this video, there is a chance that you too are chronically online. It's a wide discussion, really. I was raised, in a way where you very well and truly could have predicted that I was going to be a chronically online person. Now, I don't like the term chronically online because it implies that all you do is just live on the internet 24/7. I don't necessarily live on the internet because I don't really like that idea at the moment. I mentioned I'm not really using social media that much. This is pretty much the only platform that I am consuming content with, as well as news on Twitter. And that's pretty much it. But I discovered how to use the internet with the family iPad. I vaguely went over this. I was about 5 when the iPad came out. That's when I discovered how to do everything, how to use everything, and how to Google, and I found Grumpy Cat, and I learnt what a meme was, and so on and so forth, and I found all these different videos and all these different subcultures and alternative things and yada yada yada. It is not good for me to have been online at that age. That's something that I would never let my children do if I have kids in the future. They would not be on the internet that young, and they would not have access to that much of the internet from that age, because the issue is that it was such new technology at the time that we ended up advancing faster than the adults could. So we were figuring out things that to this day the adults or older generations still struggle or just don't know. You know, I was talking to my mom the other day and I showed her the little conversion tool on one of the iOS updates from like a year or so ago, where you can write down like 72 pounds and you just like select it and tap the arrow across and it'll convert it into whatever form of measurement it needs to be. So therefore you stop googling like, you know, this many pounds to kilos and this many centimeters to inches and so on and so forth. Like, it eliminates that, and she had no idea. And I'm like, girl, this has been out for a while. How are you like still unaware of this update? More importantly, how has no one shown you this? Because like, they have a tips app, but does anybody actually use it? I know I don't. I used to take a peek at it. I sure as hell don't anymore. Anyways, I am getting sidetracked a bit. Chronically online. I like being online because it's a community, right? The people who often are online constantly are indulging in all of these different online communities, fandoms, and weird people and websites and forums if you're vintage. I myself pondered across a lot of these forums and odd places as a kid, and I didn't realize how odd or how strange they were. I had enough brains at that age to know that these are things that you don't bring up with other people. You don't tell other people about random stuff you are seeing online like this, because it might be off-putting to certain groups of people. There were certain trends that would go around, you know, that it's like, you should not have known about this or about that and whatnot. But the thing is, I don't put the blame for anything in my life onto the internet. Like, you wouldn't catch me saying that I have mental illness because I use the internet at a young age, because that's not the case. Oh my god, I've got something in my eyeball. Oh, it's an entire cat fluff. Whoa, how did I not feel that before? Anywho, so yeah, you tend to go through all these different rabbit holes that can lead you to some not so pleasant things, but on the flip side of that, because you end up consuming that sort of content, or because I ended up consuming that sort of content, it became so normalized to me seeing that kind of stuff that you tend to forget what is and isn't normal. So even though you understand like this is something you don't talk about open in public, you forget what necessarily is normal or what is cringe in real life and what is not. Fun fact, I don't really think that cringe is a thing in real life. Can we just like get rid of that concept? Honestly, I feel like it's just used to bully people. But I mean, that's not to say I don't call things cringe, because I do. I mean, what can you expect from me? I am chronically online. Whoa, calm down. We can feel the energy drink. Where was I going with that? Hang on, let me get my brainwaves back for a little bit. Yeah, so there's things that you forget are not normal. And then you bring them up in conversation expecting it to be common knowledge, only to discover that it's definitely not common knowledge. And even though a lot of people were doing the same thing as you were on the internet as a kid, and in the same spaces and interacting with the same content creators and whatnot, you start to realize very quickly in conversation whether someone was exposed to the actual weird stuff that was going on. And I'm not talking about like FNAF brain rot and lore and creepypasta stuff. I'm talking like a bit more obscure, a bit more shadowy, you know? Are you hearing this ad? In a similar vein, we can start the discussion about digital footprint, because once again, this is a topic that has been covered by like tons of YouTubers before. I don't care. So my digital footprint, good luck finding it all, because even I can't find it all. Like genuinely, half of it I am very concerned. I do not know what is out there, because you know there were weird things like that, and I'm like, I don't remember engaging in odd discussions or whatever, but what if I did and it's just been wiped from my brain? What if an alien came down and like kidnapped me like they do in The Sims and just like wiped my brain? And so I have no idea about this stuff. Can you tell it's like 3 a.m.? Okay, I think that's about it for my little yap session today. I just wanted to say, like, be careful with what you bring up in conversation with people, because not everybody knows odd things, and I'm not about to dox myself, and I'm not about to out myself for anything, any particular thing. So you can conspire in the comments of what you think, or what sort of groups or things you think I might have indulged in. I may or may not confirm, deny, or hint, but more importantly, I really want to hear about the weird, like, how you felt growing up chronically online. If you were like me, if you discovered everything from a young age, let me know. Were you in just the cringe side of the internet, or were you in like this is odd and I didn't know what this meant at this age, but 5 years later I now realize I should not have been looking at that stuff? Yeah, let me know. Okay, bye.